Hi guys, and welcome back to Your Old Toys. It is Saturday. We're doing another Cinefantastique review. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I finally did it. I watched it, and it did not disappoint. So guys, let's just show you the cover here. Open it up like that. You got the mothership right there. That little red dot and the two kind of probe or UFOs, I guess, is what we'll call them. But I mean, wow! I finally did it. I watched it, and if you're gonna be buying this in Fantastique today, it's not gonna look as nice as this. This is basically it's it's unread. So guys, let's start flipping through the pages. So here is what we are going to see. And Star Wars is in this. We're going to do a little bit of Star Wars coverage in this video too. And, well, of course, Close Encounters. I mean, man, just look at that. Take a look at this. This is just great. You know it's a pretty important magazine when it has two, when it's on both the front and back cover. I mean, take a look at all of the aliens. This is the scene where, right at the end, where they're just running out of the spaceship or the mothership, and then we've got these aliens. Now, where is this Close Encounters? Don't exactly remember this scene, though maybe it was in the film. And then there's one more of those aliens. Some more aliens. There's going to be a lot of aliens. Cinefantastique, absolute. If there's an alien, Cinefantastique is going to put it in the magazine. Even more aliens, I mean. Wow. And here's kind of a sketch of how the aliens are looking. In these Cinefantastiques, we don't really do a whole lot. Another alien, and then we'll just flip the page. So this is not Close Encounters, nor is it Star Wars, so I'm sure one of you is going to want to see this. So, okay, so, no, this is not Close Encounters. So, here is Close Encounters now. That first little segment was, well, so this is Close Encounters. This is Close Encounters. This is Close Encounters. Okay, so it's all been Close Encounters. Yeah, Close Encounters. Close Encounters. So yes, correction, it has been Close Encounters up to this point. We're already 5 minutes and we're shooting for 20 minutes in today's video. Because it is Saturday. There's no video Sunday, so to make up for that difference and, well, to give you, we're basically doing a double video. Just like this special double issue, volume number 3, volume number 4. It's all volume 7. And, well, let's turn the page. And there's the back of the alien's head. I don't think we saw the back of their heads in the movie. We're just getting that kind of same thing. So, and well, here's a different alien. These, I believe, were clay models. I would love to have one of those old Panavision cameras. I mean, if you're thinking Star Wars, Jaws, Close Encounters, really all the movies that were filmed in this time period, they were all filmed on the Panavision camera. I would just love to have one. A director's chair, that would be another amazing thing with a simple director's chair wouldn't do it for me. It would have to be a one that likes Harrison Ford or George Lucas or Spielberg sat in. It would have to be one of those to settle it for me. And I mean, just some more kind of concept art. And then here we just have some. So this is the kind of road where they all set up camp. Well, Roy is his name. Yeah, Roy. So Roy chases them there with his truck, and then he comes back, and then they're just sitting there, and then they're watching, and then they come back the next day, and then they think they see him coming, and we see him coming, and then it's the government's helicopters. So that's kind of that one road there. And then I believe this top one is supposed to be Devil's Tower. And then just kind of some more miniatures. And I mean, I have just always wanted to see this movie. And I finally saw it. And I mean, but now just taking a look at this, look at the miniatures. They did a really good job on these miniatures. I couldn't tell that any of it was miniatures. I was sure they were there, other than the kind of spaceport that they built there at Devil's Tower at the end of the movie. That I could tell was a miniature. However, they did a really, really nice job with the other ones. I was convinced they were in there. And this film is, well, almost over 40 years old. Not sure what that one is. Just kind of some behind the scenes photos, I guess. And then, well, here's the alien port behind. Okay, so I guess I stand corrected. It was an actual set. So, okay, so this is interesting to know. You can see the cameras there, and then there's actual actors there. Now, this sequence was one of the. It was a great sequence, and I mean, the mothership just teaching them their alien language, and then there's kind of where the guy's chasing them in the truck, and then the cop cars go off the road. That's a miniature. Okay, that is a miniature. You can see there's the road just abruptly ends, and it's a miniature. You can see how, well, maybe, but I mean, see, look how small it is, and these are actual real people. So, probably a miniature, I think it is. There's no images on that side. This is kind of forget what scene this is. I believe that's the shadow of one of the spaceships. We're almost at 10 minutes in, guys. 10 minutes in. 10 minutes of an amazing Cinefantastique review. Now I know some of you don't like the Cinefantastique reviews. I love this. The Cinefantastique reviews are really one of my favorite video series because it prompts me to watch movies that I probably wouldn't have watched. And it just kind of gives us a nice little break from Star Wars. As much as I love Star Wars, sometimes it's nice to just do one video that on something sci-fi that is not Star Wars for once. And, well, it helps grow our audience here. And so there's kind of some of those paintings just to kind of make the scene look like it goes on a little bit further. Now, just behind the scenes, I love behind the scenes photos where you can actually see some of the people making the movie and the cameras and all that good stuff. Here are some models of the alien spaceships. I would love to have one of these. And the best part is that they're not. This movie was a popular movie, but I would love to have one of those miniatures. A miniature from Close Encounters, Star Wars, or, well, maybe the Black Hole. Probably Close Encounters. I would love to have a screen used prop from Star Wars, though, but I know those are pretty hard to find and come across. Of course, the Lucasfilm Archives has just about every single one, and, well, except for the Death Star 1, because that's in Gus Lopez's house. And, well, I would love to just go see that thing, because it looks... Could you imagine just having the actual Death Star in your house? That must be pretty cool. Now, I mean, just... So here's where the ships are going down the road, the UFOs. And, I mean, then we have some more behind-the-scenes pictures. More behind-the-scenes pictures. The mothership. Here we go. I've talked about it. Now you guys actually get to see it. So, there it is. That's the mothership right there. This thing is like Cloud City. That's the best comparison I can make. And, well, there it is. Is Devil's Tower? No, Devil's Tower is not on the front cover. And, I mean, wow. Just wow. I mean, it's a whole civilization. And, I mean, this model is huge. It's huge. This is a real life, I don't know, we'll say he's 5'9". He's a 5'9" person. Just take a look at how big this thing is. I mean, it is absolutely massive. The real model is massive, and I mean, it is just as massive on camera. That's Devil's Tower. That's, I want to say, 500, 750 feet tall, maybe 1,000 feet. And just take a look at how big this thing is. It might even be bigger than an Imperial-class Star Destroyer. Let's be honest. I mean, we've seen Star Destroyer to a city, and I mean, this itself is a city. And, well, there's just another good picture of it. Could you imagine just... It would be like being just not even knowing, that planes could fly and seeing the B-2 Spirit just fly over your head. What was that? That is the equivalent of what would happen if we in the current day looked up and we saw this thing flying over our head. That's really the only comparison I can make. Because this thing it's impressive, and this movie has actually stood up to time insanely well. And I mean, here we go. Some more behind the scenes and camera work stuff. I mean, it's only been Close Encounters up to this point. And, well, Close Encounters. I want to see when we get some Star Wars action going. It is still Close Encounters there. Star Wars action was gonna be like literally the last page. And it's not even gonna get its own page because Close Encounters is, well, this Close Encounters was the main selling point of this. Star Wars did get its own Cinefantastique. If you have not already checked out our other Cinefantastique reviews, please go check those out after this video, because those are really truly amazing. I mean, man, just look at these UFOs. And then here's kind of at the end of the movie where there's, instead of that little, I just call it the red dot really because that's what it is. It's, you see these and then there's just that one red dot. And I believe, yeah, it's on the back cover. The red dot and then the two ships. And I mean, here's a bunch of UFOs. The UFOs in this movie, they were great. They were great. And it's just a different movie from Star Wars because Star Wars, well, the humans fly the ships. Yes, some aliens did fly the ships, but it was mostly the humans that flew the ships. And, well, yes, of course, R2-D2 could fly ships, or robots, or droids could fly the ships. And in this movie, aliens fly the ships. And, I mean, you don't even see the aliens for, until, the last 10, half hour, 20 minutes of the movie. And, of course, there's a miniature of Devil's Tower. Now, if I ever get the chance to go to Devil's Tower, I live a couple states away, so it would be kind of a trek to get there, but if I ever get to go to Devil's Tower, I will do a special video on it just for you guys, because I believe they did do some on-site filming at Devil's Tower with, I believe they did. I'm not positive that they did, though. But, I mean, and here are some more UFOs. There's so many UFOs in this magazine. And, well, there's this kind of spaceport I was talking about at the base of Devil's Tower. There's Devil's Tower kind of in the background. And then let's flip a page. Just some more. So, okay, so this is not Close Encounters. Some more movie reviews. And kind of a moon video, I guess. That's what that looks like to me. Now, more reviews. And I'll fast forward through these reviews. Will do my best to fast forward. There's an old Dracula on stage, and I mean, I haven't seen this version of Dracula though, unless it's a play maybe. Universal Pictures. So this is the classic Dracula that I know. This is the Dracula that I think of if I think of Dracula, and this is probably the Dracula that you think of. Battlestar Galactica, yet another movie I have not watched. Or was it a TV show, or was it both? I'm really not sure. Of course, yes, Battlestar Galactica. I have to throw the book at it because Battlestar Galactica is the reason why we didn't get a rocket firing Boba Fett. You guys know the story already. If it wasn't for Battlestar Galactica, all the Kenner Boba Fetts would shoot rockets out of their backpacks. I mean, come on. Come on. It's because of Battlestar Galactica that the rockets are just glued in place. It's the reason why kids were disappointed when they... It's the reason why Kenner had to write an apology note to the kids. I mean, that was their whole advertising campaign for Boba Fett. I mean, on all the card backs, there's, that little sticker that says, shows the Kit Bash Boba Fett with the rocket coming out of his backpack. And some more movies. More movies. More movies. More movies. I mean, how many movies are there? Really? How many movies are there? British horror films. I'm sure those are funny. Legend of the Werewolf. Maybe I have seen that a long time ago, though. Here we go. Ignore that. Star Wars. My first love in the movie industry. I just love this film. And it's fan art, and you know how much I appreciate fan art. We got the Cantina Band and some Rebels. That same exact image. Classified ads. That is just a classic right there. Classified ads. We're at the 20-minute mark, so we'll speed it up. And, well, we're back to Close Encounters. So that's all there was for Star Wars. Back to Close Encounters. The mothership again. Look at how huge this thing is. This is a city. We saw a Star Destroyer next to a city. This thing is... It might even be bigger than Cloud City itself. I mean, this right here is like the top of Cloud City. It's like 2 Cloud Cities stacked on top of each other. And, well, there it is. The mothership. And, hey, and I guess he's working on the model. And, well, here is the mothership again. More cool images. And, well, take a look at it. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas hid things in each of their movies. So on the absolutely massive mothership, R2-D2, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, a mailbox, a World War II fighter plane, and I can't tell what this is. It looks like the Millennium Falcon, kind of right there. I guess that might be what that is. But Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and R2-D2 are on the mothership. So guys, that's it for today's video. Did you enjoy it? Have you seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind? That's really all I have for today's video. So guys, as always, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk again soon.